Hi and welcome back to SGPL Library Kids, the Spruce Grove Public Library's YouTube channel. I'm Sarah, the children's librarian here, and we are reading for our Read Aloud for March. We are reading Jasmine Taguchi, Mochi Queen. I'll move my finger so you can actually see the cover. And we are reading this one because for our virtual reading club for kids, every month we have different crafts, activities, recipes, all sorts of stuff. And of course we do 4 book picks every month. And so for March, our theme is food. So for all you foodies out there, we're doing food-themed books, which makes way more sense, doesn't it? So this is Mochi Queen, and we are most of the way through it now. So if you haven't already been following along, then do go back and watch the previous chapters, and then you'll get the entire story in one big go. So we are nearing the end. We're at the penultimate chapter today, so that's a good word, isn't it? So we're at chapter 12. It's called Run Away, because as you may already remember, Jasmine was trying to make mochi with the guys of her family, and she found the hammer really heavy, so she wasn't able to do it like she was hoping. And so she felt very sad and defeated. So we're going to join her as she ran away from the family. So run away. I ran through the house. I passed Cousin Anna, who was still watching the twins, and I yanked open the front door. My feet pounded against the concrete as the breeze blew the hair off my face. When I got to Mrs. Reese's yard, I scrambled over the gate and ran to my tree. I leapt for it and climbed up. I climbed higher than ever. If I looked, I would be able to see my yard, but the last thing I wanted to see was Mochi Suki going on without me. So I looked the other way. Just boring black rooftops. And I scanned the blue sky, but there weren't any birds or clouds to watch. I wondered what everyone else was doing. Eddie was definitely laughing at me, and Dad was probably sorry he let me help. And even though she'd been nice to me, I bet Sophie was shaking her head. And Mum was probably ready to yell at me. "Jasmine Taguchi," she'd say. "What made you think you could help with Mochi Suki?" I rubbed my arms. Lifting that hammer was a lot harder than I thought it would be. "Hey," Sophie said, standing at the bottom of my tree. I didn't answer. "Everyone is looking for you." Rice flour streaked her hair, making her look a little bit like Oba-chan. "To yell at me?" I asked. "No, silly, they think you did a great job." And I squinted down at Sophie, waiting for her joke. "Was it hard?" Sophie asked, still staring up at me. I nodded, and then climbed back down to talk with her. "The hammer was really heavy," I said. "But you did it all by yourself." "Only once. I wasn't strong enough," I said. Sophie leaned against the tree. "You're strong," she said, "and I'm not talking about muscles. You believe in something, and you don't let anyone change your mind." I looked at my sister. I really wanted to pound mochi. "And you did it. You pounded mochi. You're the first under 10-year-old and the first girl to pound mochi in our family." And my lips twitched into almost a smile. Sophie crossed her arms. I wish I had thought about asking to pound mochi, and I did something that Sophie had never done. Even if she pounded mochi next year, I did it first. I was the expert. And this time, my mouth turned up into a real smile. "Come on," Sophie said, tugging my arm, "before everyone discovers your secret hiding place." I let Sophie lead me home. "How did you know about my secret hiding place?" And there's a picture of her just there. And she suddenly realized what she was able to achieve. She's very happy now. "I'm your big sister," said Sophie. "I need to watch out for you." And even though Sophie didn't play with me anymore, and even though she was bossier than ever, for once, having a big sister didn't seem so bad. And we walked home, our shoulders almost touching. And I went back to babysitting, and Sophie went back to mochi making with Cousin Anna. "You're home," Cassie said, and she wrapped her arms around me and squeezed. "Yes, and I pounded mochi," I whispered to her. And that's the end of our chapter for today. So we're going to carry on next with the next one, and that will be our very last chapter. So do come and join us. Take care. Thank you for joining us for Virtual Storytime this week. If you enjoyed this story, come and visit us in person at the library, give us a call or message us, and we will help you find more books, movies, video games, TV series, and so many more programs and services that we can offer you, all for the small price of a library card, which of course is free. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, SGPL Library Kids. So thank you once again, and bye-bye.